Hey, did you hear about the new Star Wars movie?
Oh, yeah, Space Force. I did hear about that.
Wait, what? That's not a movie. That's a new branch of military.
President Trump has decided that we needed a space force to keep us safe from attacks.
Oh yeah, that's right. On August 9th, the White House talked about plans to create a new branch of military called U.S. Space Force.
It sounds like this would be like the Army or Navy.
Yes, the Army protects us on land and the Navy protects us in the seas.
The Space Force could protect us on space.
Why would we need to be protected on space?
Let's go to Selena, who is with astronaut Kaylee.
Greetings and salutations. I'm here with Kaylee, who is an astronaut. Kaylee, can you tell us why we need to be protected in space?
Well, first, we have many satellites in space that can be harmed.
Like what types of satellites?
Satellites for communication, navigation, and weather.
Why are these so important?
They collect data quicker than ground tools. If the satellites were attacked, we would not be able to use cell phones. We also would have no warning if severe weather was going to strike, leaving us in danger. Most importantly, the Army relies on satellites for navigation to keep us all safe. The Air Force Space Command currently runs 185 military satellite systems.
Wow, it sounds like satellites are important for our everyday lives. Thank you, Kaylee, for taking the time to answer our questions. Now, back to the studio.
Thanks, Selena, for that interview.
It sounds like it may be important, but how long would it take and how much money could it cost?
It is estimated that this program would take about 5 to 10 years to form. This project sounds very expensive. No one is quite sure how much it would cost, but money is needed for training, leaders, uniforms, tools, and systems to support it.
Wow, that sounds like a big project. Well, that's all the time we have.
Up next is local news.
May the force be with you.
Good morning, Sandman. Have you been swimming in the ocean lately? Well, you may have noticed a strange, dangerous creature that washed ashore. If you haven't, then pay attention for a purplish-bluish bubble that might be floating in the water or washed ashore. Reports of Portuguese Man wars on the Cape May County beaches have been reported. With more on this, we go to Kayla Rossett and Sophie Sharp, who are in Stone Harbor.
Thanks, Jolie. I'm Kayla Rossi here with Sophie Sharp, and we are here at 110th Street Beach in Stone Harbor.
Hi, we're walking the beach searching for washed up Portuguese Man o' War jellyfish.
Sophie, let's get it right. They're not jellyfish, they're siphonophores.
Okay, we're looking for siphonophores. Earlier this week, one washed up here in Stone Harbor.
It's important to note that even if you see a man-o-war and you think it is dead, they still could sting you no matter what.
The sting isn't usually deadly, but the pain is very severe. So for more information on Portuguese Man o' Wars, we are going to head over to Brianna, who is interviewing Lucas, who is a marine biologist.
Thank you, Kayla and Sophia. I'm Brianna here with Lucas, who is a marine biologist, and we are talking about a Portuguese Man o' War.
Hi, Brianna.
We think it's important for our viewers to know about these animals. So what can you tell us?
Well, a man-o'-war is commonly called a jellyfish, but it's scientifically called a siphonophore, which is actually made of 4 different pieces.
Really?
The first part is called gas-filled bladder, which is where the man o' war gets its name because it looks like a sail ship. The second is the venomous tentacles, which are 30 feet on average, but can be up to 100 feet. The third is the digestive part, and the last is the reproductive part.
That's interesting. We don't usually see these in Cape May County. How did the man o' wars end up here?
They can travel in legions of up to 1,000, and they float with the ocean's currents.
Thank you, Lucas, for this information. Now back to Jolie.
Thanks everyone for that wonderful information. Up next, the school news. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Sandman, and welcome to SCNN School Edition. I am James Woods.
And I am AJ Moore. We are here to remind you that our deadline for Claire's Gourmet is quickly approaching. We all remember that larger-than-life assembly we had a couple weeks ago, featuring the many cool prizes we could earn for selling elegant desserts, cookies and treats, and pizza and more.
That's right, as if it's not gift enough, sharing these amazing products with our friends, family, we also earn prizes for ourselves, as well as money for our school.
Money? What will the money be used for?
The money has been used for student clubs, field trips, assemblies, incentives, and more. We even get to make some suggestions, but it all comes down to how much money we raise. So let's get on the phone, email, text, and visit our friends and family to see who would like to support our school.
However you choose to reach out to friends and family, make sure you have an adult with you and get your order forms in by Monday, October 8th. The delivery is scheduled for November 1st. James?
Sorry, no time to wait. I want to sell.
Did you guys hear Mr. Cathcart and Mr. Samaniego say that they will listen to the students' suggestions on how to spend the money we earn with the Claire's Gourmet fundraiser? Yes, I did. Well, what do you do with the money? I would use it for a candy station one day a month. I would use it to buy more gym equipment. Ooh, I know. I would use it to start an after-school dance team, or I would set some aside so the media center can buy books we request all year long. I would buy a piano and guitar so we can learn to play those instruments too.
I'm thinking bigger. Let's get a real-life tiger as our mascot to go to our events.
Whoa. How about using the money to build a gymnasium with basketball courts?
Or a pool and start a swim team.
Guys, I don't think that's what they had in mind. Let's just work really hard and sell, and see what the possibilities are.
Hi, Aunt Sally. This is Scott. Do you have your desserts picked out for your next holiday dinner? You don't? Boy, I have some great suggestions for you. Have a great day, Sandman.